The Keynote, a William Walker Atkinson essay. I can and I will. Have you ever said these words to yourself with a firm conviction that you were speaking the truth, with the strong feeling that needed no other proof? If so, you then felt within you a thrill which seemed to cause every atom of your being to vibrate in harmony with some note in the grand scale of life, sounded by the real self. You caught a momentary glimpse of the inner light, heard a stray note of the song of the soul, were conscious for the moment of yourself. In that moment of ecstasy, you knew that untold power and possibilities were yours. You felt that you were in touch with all strength, power, knowledge, happiness, and peace. You felt that you were equal to any task, capable of executing any undertaking. For the moment, there was no fear in the world for you. All the universe seemed to vibrate in the same key with your thought. For the moment, you recognized the truth. But alas, the spirit of doubt, distrust, fear, and unfaith called you again to earth, and the vision faded. And yet, the remembrance of the sight, the echo of the sound, the remnant of the newfound strength is with you still. You still find that memory to be a stimulus to great efforts, a comforting thought in times of weakness and trial. You have been able to accomplish much by the aid of the lingering vibrations of the mighty thought. In times of great peril, grave perplexities, and life and death struggles, a feeling of calm confidence and strength often comes to us. We are borne on by a power of us and in us, and yet in everything else, too, that seems to lift us off our feet and sweep us on to safety, to peace, to rest. We are possessed of an abiding sense of power, reserve force, and security. When extraordinary conditions confront us, when our bodies seem paralyzed, our minds stupefied, our willpower gone, we are often made conscious of the existence of the real self, and it answers our involuntary demand, coming to our rescue with the cheering cry, I am here. Many of us have made use of this inner strength without realizing it. One day, we were sorely distressed and made the demand, and lo, it was answered. We knew not from whence came this newfound strength, but we were conscious of the uplift and felt more confidence in ourselves. The next time, we confidently demanded the aid, and again we were answered. We acquired that which we call confidence and faith in ourselves, and were carried over many a dark place and started on the road to success. Our repeated success caused us to think and speak of our luck, and we grew to believe that we had a star, taking chances and risks that others would not dream of. We dared. We made some apparent failures, but we soon came to know them as only lessons leading to ultimate success. The I can and I will feeling carried us over rough places safely, and we got to simply know that we would get there in the end. And so we went on, knowing that if we advanced 3 steps and slipped back 2, we were still 1 step ahead. We had confidence because we knew that things would come our way in the end. So long as we held this attitude, we did succeed. It was only when we lost heart at some unexpected slip, only when, after having attained success, we became dazed and frightened, and began to fear that our luck might turn, and that we would lose all of our accumulations. It was only then, I say, that our star waned. Talk with any successful man, and if truthful, he will admit having felt, from the time of his first success, that he had some sort of pull with fate, some lucky star, some special providence operating in his behalf. He grew to expect results, to have confidence in things turning out right, to have faith in something of which he knew not the nature, and he was not disappointed. Things seemed to work in his favor, not always just in the way he expected, sometimes in an entirely different way. Matters seemed to straighten themselves out in the end, so long as he kept his nerve. He did not know the source of his strength, but he believed in it and trusted it just the same. Let us wake up and recognize this something within. Let us begin to understand this I can and I will feeling. Let us cherish it if we have it, and cultivate it if we have it not. Do you know that we are young giants who have not discovered our own strength? Are you not aware that there are powers latent within us, pressing forth for development and unfoldment? Do you not know that earnest desire, faith, and calm demand will bring to us that which we require, will place at our hand the tools with which we are to work out our destiny, will guide us in the proper use of the tools, will make us grow? Do you not know that desire, faith, and work is the triple key to the doors of attainment? There are possibilities before us, awaiting our coming, of which we have never dreamed. Let us assert ourselves, take up the key, unlock the doors, and enter our kingdom. To accomplish, we must be possessed of earnest desire. We must be as confident of ultimate success as we are of the rising of tomorrow's sun. We must have faith, and we must work out the end with the tools and instruments that will present themselves day by day. We will find that desire, confidence, faith, and work will not only brush aside the obstacles from our path, but will also begin to assert that wonderful force, as yet so little understood, the law of attraction, which will draw to us that which is conducive to our success, be it ideas, people, things, yes, even circumstances. Oh, ye of little faith, why do you not see these things? The world is looking for these I can and I will people. It has places ready for them. The supply does not begin to equal the demand. Pluck up courage, ye unfortunate ones, ye doubters, ye I can't people. Begin the fight by abolishing fear from your minds. Then start to climb the ladder of attainment, shouting I can and I will with all your might, drowning out the sound of the buts, ifs, supposings, you can'ts, and aren't you afraids of your wet blanket friends at the foot of the ladder. Do not bother about the upper rounds of the ladder. You will reach them in time. Give your whole attention to the round just ahead of you, and when you have gained a firm footing on that, then look at the next one. One round at a time, remember, and give your entire attention to each step. Climb with desire, confidence, and faith, inspiring each step, and the task will become a pleasure. You will be conscious of some mighty force attracting you upward and onward as you progress. And don't try to pull some other fellow off the ladder. There's room enough for both of you. Be kind, be kind. If you fail to feel the I can and I will vibrations within you, start in today and say I can and I will. Think I can and I will. Act I can and I will, and get the vibrations started in motion. Remember that as the one note of the violin, if constantly sounded, will cause the mighty bridge to vibrate in unison, so will one positive thought, held constantly, manifest itself both in yourself, others, and things. So begin sounding the note today, this very moment. Sound it constantly. Send forth a clear, glad, joyous note, a note of faith, a note of coming victory. Sound it over and over again, and soon you will become conscious that the vibrations have commenced, and that the mighty structure of your being is quivering and vibrating to the keynote. I can and I will. End of essay.